Hi, welcome to GoFormz. I'm Steven, Growth Operations Manager. Today we'll cover how to get started with your GoFormz account, including navigating the GoFormz platform, how to create your first digital template, how to fill out your first digital form, and how to send an online shareable form, also known as a public form. Ready to get started? Let's dive in. There are various ways to get started and manage your GoFormz account, but for now, we'll focus on the basics. Let's start with the difference between templates and forms. Templates are the master copy of the documents you upload and create. Forms are unique instances of these documents where data is actually being captured. In the Templates tab, administrators can build new templates and make edits to existing templates. In the Forms tab, administrators can view draft and completed versions of forms that have been filled out. The Public Forms tab allows administrators to create links for editable forms that can be shared with individuals outside of the GoFormz account. Lastly, to access your profile, permissions, and other settings, click the drop-down menu from the upper right-hand corner. Now that we know our way around GoFormz, let's learn how to build a template. To create our first template, we'll navigate to the Templates tab and click on Build in the upper right-hand corner. Now there are two options when building a template. You can either upload an existing PDF and build out your template in what we refer to as form view, or you can build the template from scratch using what we call list view. Today we'll focus on form view and upload an existing PDF. You can either click to upload or drag the file if you already have it open. There are a variety of fields you can add to your template, including text, image, signature, and so on. The first step will be to drag and drop a field onto its respective location on your template. As a best practice, we recommend naming fields, which you can either do by double-clicking into the field or going over to the Properties panel on the right-hand side. There are also other properties that may come in handy, such as the required property, default value, where you can set up calculations, and various display properties, such as font, size, and color. We recommend saving your progress every so often to prevent losing your work. You could also use the preview function to see what the experience will be like for end users when they're actually filling out the form. Once all the fields have been dragged over, we can click Save Draft and Publish to set this template live. While Form View makes the transition from paper to digital seamless, it may not be ideal to use on a smaller device, depending on the format of the form. This is where List View can help. You can actually build both views, which users can toggle back and forth between, making it convenient for them depending on which sort of device they're on. List View, as the name implies, is a list of fields in more of a tabular format, making it ideal for forms to be filled out on a mobile device. We can either drag and drop, as we did with Form View, or if we already have Form View built out, we can use the Auto Build feature to automatically copy over all of our fields. You can then reorganize the fields into different sections and tabs as needed. Now, let's fill out our very first form using the template we just created. Forms can be filled out either in our mobile app or online. While most of the functionality is the same, the mobile app does offer offline capabilities. To keep things simple, we'll fill out our first form online. If we're already in the template we'd like to use, we can click the cogwheel button and select Create New Form. Otherwise, we can navigate to the Forms tab, click Create New, and select the template we'd like to use. You can see that several fields are instantly populated when we generate our form, reducing the time it takes to fill this form out. Because we also built out our list view, we can click into Form Actions if we want to switch between both views. Let's fill out some of these different fields so you can see them in action. For customer info, this will be an example of our data source functionality, where once we select the company name, the remainder of the information is automatically populated for us. You'll see other examples of this below. If I click into labor and services, we'll select concrete for 4 hours at a rate of $100 an hour. Once I click off this field, you'll notice that the total is automatically calculated for me. Moving on to materials, equipment, and parts, we'll select the fancy fountain which the price automatically populates for. We'll add 2, and we'll have that automatically calculated as well as the grand total down here. Now for project images, I can click into it and either take a picture on the fly or select from my photo library. I can either click Browse or simply drag an image over if I already have the file open. Now let's go ahead and attempt to complete this form. You'll notice that the approver name and approver signature are set to required, so I want to make sure that I fill those fields out before I'm able to move on. And that's it. Now, what we've seen so far is the ability for a user in our account to fill out a form, but we can also leverage our public forms feature to share editable forms with individuals outside of our account. To create a public form, navigate to the Public Forms tab and click Create. There are 2 ways to use our public forms feature. First, as a template, which will create a multi-use link that's ideal for surveys and questionnaires. We can also create a public form as a form, which would be a one-time use link ideal for quick signatures and approvals. Let's create a public form as a template. The first step is to select which template we'd like to use. Then click Next. From here, we can select which fields we want to be editable to the end user. For this example, we'll go ahead and leave all of the fields as editable. You can also set an expiration date and give the ability to share a PDF after submission. Once that's done, you can either click Email this link to use your default email service or copy and paste the link.
And that's a wrap. Be sure to check out our YouTube channel for other how-tos and best practices. If you have any questions or would like to schedule a demonstration, reach out to our sales team at sales@goformz.com.